And then there were two. There only remains two teams that can win the treble after Inter just got sideswiped by their distant Milanese cousins. Let's talk about it. The treble dream is over. Sorry, oopsie. The treble dream is over. The treble dream is completely over right now for Inter Milan. They were obviously Coppa Italia semi-final. AC Milan, they are fierce rivals, and they got pimp slapped. There's no other way to say it. Like they got fully 100% pimp slapped. So this now means that they can't win the treble. All they have is a Serie, which we'll talk about, and of course that huge, massive UCL semi against your boys, Barcelona. You see, when I discussed the treble talk, I focused on PSG Barcelona, and I think people said, "Oh no, but what about Inter? What about Inter?" And I never really took Inter seriously as to winning the treble. Before they got sideswiped and bent over with no loop by Milan, could they win the treble? Yes. But their chance of winning the treble, was it the same chance that I'd give a PSG or a Barcelona? Heck no. Heck no. Because I always felt like if not Inter, odds on favorites to win the league, although that's looking tricky right now. And I think they've got a great chance of winning the Champions League because that game against Barcelona might be, you may say, 58-42 in favor of your boys Barcelona. So there's every chance that they could potentially say what's up there. But my thing though is, this was a bad, because you have to think about it. Are Inter sliding at the wrong time? That UCL is still to come, and I'll touch on that soon. You have Bologna saying what's up, injury time dagger. Then it's one thing to lose to your rivals, but to get side-pieced, side-swiped, and slashed, forward and backward slashed, and semicoloned by your first rivals is bad. A lubrication, that's bad. So it's worrying. It's worrying for Inter because it now bleeds in to the league campaign. And people are now asking questions that, have they lost their footing? So this is where it looks right now in the league. So as you see there, they're equal on points there. 71. And it's not only them being equal on points. When you look at the fixtures, I think Napoli play most teams in the bottom half. Inter still have to play, I believe, Bozo FC. They still have to play Como. So they're playing teams like in the top half of the table. I think most of Napoli's games are guys in the bottom half of the table. So I think it's Parma, it's Cagliari, and all these dudes. Napoli have the easier run it. So you may say to yourselves that it could still go the way. Napoli are guys that could easily drop points in games that they should win. But if you say Napoli should win those games, I can easily enter dropping points to either a Como or like a Bozo FC in Lazio. So it's not looking great. And I think that what people have to realize is winning a treble is hard. Because if you look at all the teams that have won trebles, the Bayern 2013-2020, the Barca 09-2015, the Inter 2010, the United 99, these were all great teams. This is a really good Inter team. This is not a great Inter team. When you look at, and again, I'm sorry, with all due disrespect, if Mkhitaryan starts for you, and Damian starts for you, and Dom French Fries starts for you, you can't be an amazing team. You can't be an amazing team if you have Dom French Fries, Mkhitaryan, and Damian in your team. You can't. So this is more so credit to the amazing, incredible coaching that Simone Inzaghi is doing, because this team, compared to Shivu, Stankovic, Lucio, Samuel, Etso, Milito, Snyder, That's what Pandev, that was an amazing freaking team. That team was genuinely amazing. These guys don't even compare to that iconic 2010 team. So I think for Inter, the main thing I think for Inter was win the league and try to course correct the UCL that they should have won back in 23. That I think that was the UCL to win. But a treble was never realistic. It was never realistic for Inter Milan. And although it will harm them that, oh my gosh, we lost to Milan and in the manner that they did, I still feel like if you can't win a treble, the one thing you're happy to sacrifice is your cup. Let's be real. Barca are not happy if all they win is a Rey Mysterio trophy. Now, Churchill can talk all he wants. If all you can show me is an FA Cup, that doesn't hold mustard as compared to a league title or a Champions League. So whether it's a DFB Pokal, a Rey Mysterio trophy, an FA Cup or a Coppa Italia, the league and the Champions League, those are your real major trophies. And my thing is, when you're looking at right now, as I said again, it's only two teams are left that can win a treble right now. And those are the two teams that I thought were most likely in a PSG and a Barcelona. Now, nuclear warhead pointed to my eyeball. Do I believe the team will win the treble this season? No. Barcelona are excellent. They're superb. PSG are looking really good and getting better and better. I feel one of them is going to lose out. Because again, we've got a huge game on Saturday. Barcelona, Coppa del Rey final against Real Madrid, and Real Madrid are keeping up that heat because let me explain something real. Real Madrid, if there's anything they would love more is we stop these guys either winning the league or we stop them winning a treble. So trust me, Real Madrid are going to go all out, full on, guns blazing for that game on Saturday. And obviously, that preview is going to come up very, very soon indeed. But sticking to this right now, I think that look, PSG, okay, league is already wrapped up, and I think they're so much superior. You believe that they'll wrap up their cup, they'll wrap up their league. So right now, just to focus on the Champions League. So I think PSG are in a stronger position because most guys think they're favorites against Arsenal, even if I do not. But for Barcelona, you have a tough Copa del Rey final to come up on Saturday, and it's still only 4 points ahead of Real Madrid, who still need to play in an El Clasico in the league. And look, one of these guys can win the treble. Like, PSG can do invincible and win the treble to make Mbappe look really, really bad. Because if PSG do invincible and the treble, I've got to induct Mbappe. And I'm looking at a Class B. I'm looking at, due to just pure narratives, if PSG go invincible with a treble, I have to induct Mbappe, Siberia into Class B of the Brick Academy. That needs to happen because that narrative is absolutely nuts and crazy. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens because I think that they're very capable of winning the treble. They have the players, they have the coaches, and they have the talents. Like, they're talented enough. Are these teams as strong as the other teams who won the treble? No, they're not. But let's flip it. So those teams that won the treble, I feel they're all stronger than. I feel like if they're all stronger than these two PSG and Barca teams, but it's a flipped. The competition and the field was much stronger in the 2010s and like the 2000s than they are right now. So what Inter had to go through in 2010, what Bayern had to go through in 2013, what Barca had to go through in 2015 was far tougher. So the opposition is not as strong. And let's be real, it's not beyond the realm to say PSG beat Arsenal and PSG are capable of beating either Inter or Barcelona. There's nothing too great to say that Barcelona, the way Inter Milan have been operating, Barca beats Inter Milan. And whoever comes out from that side is going to be the favourites. And Barcelona are very capable in a one-off game of beating either PSG or Arsenal. So both of these teams are capable of doing it. This is just a feeling I have. Just a feeling I have is Inter can beat Barcelona. I think La Liga is done I think Liga is done, but who knows what could happen if Barca slip up and what happens in El Clasico? Who knows what happens on Saturday? Because yes, Real have gotten pimp slapped and bent over with no lube previously by Barca and have completely baptized them. But in a one-off game, Real Madrid can just have an amazing existential performance, maybe a Barca red card, and they win that Copa del Rey final. For PSG, again, I think I'm actually alone on this. I think Arsenal can beat PSG. They can very much well beat them. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. But I mean, tell me what you think. Again, to reiterate, I think nobody's going to win a treble this season. No one will. So, I mean, and Arsenal is a little bit crazy. So maybe Barca win the UCL. They don't win either the league or the Copa del Rey. PSG obviously maybe win the league and the cup, but they maybe get knocked out against Arsenal or they lose to either Barca or Inter in the final. But tell me what you think. Do you guys believe there will be a treble win? I'll probably put it out as a poll. But for me, I don't. But whatever the case may be, one down, Inter are down, and there's only two teams left standing to win the coveted treble. And yes, Chelsea did win a treble. I'm counting that treble in 2005. I'm counting that treble in 2012, in 09 as well, because if the ref robs us, it still counts as a damn trophy. So that's what it is, man. So I'll catch you with another one. Stay blessed. One love. Stay black.